Yes, this is Tippy I. The time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. You're listening to the Lion's Voice vlog. Respect and love from St. Croix VI to the world. Rastafari.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Rastafari.
Wow, that's been a journey for real, you know. Yeah, give thanks for the question, my lord. Yeah, that's been a journey because we love music. Singers and players of instrument. My springs are in D. We love music from an early age. As I said, Augustone is one of those places where a lot of talent come out of Augustone where music is concerned, and Jamaica as a whole, not just Augustone, but the
Yes.
entire Jamaica. I think every youth that grew up in Jamaica is a musician or an artist. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. I think all of us who born and grew up on that island, there's something special about us. Where the music and artistry is concerned, because you have ones from the island of Jamaica going into America creating hip hop. Hip hop is one of one of the biggest music in the world right now. Reggae music is also one of the biggest music, dancehall music. So you know Jamaica, the influence is massive. It's I don't think there is any culture that can compare to the culture of Jamaica. So the journey started where we did love music. As me I said, we was a youth where we love hip hop. We was some young youth where I write some little songs, and a friend of mine, his dad, hear we, you know, and I say, yo, gonna sound good, me I go go in a sound system, and him build the sound system, and him just give it the sound system and say, yo, do the thing. You see? And some young youth, and when I have the talent, so I just do the thing. So it happened that we did there do a thing, but during that time, me leave come to England and things. So the whole process, all of that kind of breakdown and thing, and over a passage of time, um, being here in England now, we we are listen Muta Baruka from we young, you know what I mean. We watch entertainment reports, when we're there in Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
we um Winford Williams and
Mm-hmm.
all these great, virgins. Yeah, so all those major, people within, the culture, had a role to play in my journey to this point today. So coming to England, I met a friend who we work together and thing within the construction field. A virgin from from Jamaica decided that he wanted to create an online radio station. You know what I mean? And he asked me if I want to be a part of it. And you know, at the time I had a iPad where it have a whole heap of music on the iPad. When I say music, me have all a Sizzler album on the iPad, burning, me full of when me say me full of music, me full of music. See? And me dead there, and me start to, play upon a Monday and thing, and a Bobo virgin from out of Virginia by the name of Corey Harris. He's
Yes,
a
I know
jazz.
Corey. I know Corey. Yeah, man, that's
See?
Corey. Yeah,
So
man.
Corey was on a European. He was on a European tour. at the time. See, I think 2014, and he had couple shows in the UK and thing, and decides a boy I'm gonna link up Corey and thing, saying and wanted to interview Corey. So by by that nothing never start, what I mean, in terms of the mindset and thing, but Corey was coming, and me start to think to myself, boy, you know what me I go really name the program, yeah? You know what I mean? And my virgin them are Rastafari still, so with them amongst my Rastafari virgin them, and me a reason with one of the elder, and I show him the thing, and him said to me, say, name the program Mindset.
The year is 1892, and the land of Ethiopia has been experiencing 4 years of terrible famine and drought. They call it the Kikuken, or the evil days. At least 1/3 of the human population and 90% of the cattle have died. The hyenas have feasted on so many carcasses that they have become overweight and barely able to move. Just when the people could take no more of the evil days, a woman named Wasiro Yeshimabet is giving birth in a place called Ergersa Gora. This is her 9th attempt to bring forth new life. Her previous 8 attempts only resulted in death. Will this child live? Thankfully, a healthy baby boy is born. His first cries are drowned by thunder and lightning flashes across the night sky. The heavens open up and torrential rain starts to fall. Ethiopia's drought is over, and the baby boy is given the name Tafari, meaning one to be feared or respected. Lich Tafari's father, Ras Makunin, is a very important man in 1892 Ethiopia. Although he is overjoyed at the birth of his newborn son, he cannot spend much time with him. Ras Makunin is the governor of Harar and must get back to the famous walled city to deal with its affairs. Furthermore, he is the foreign minister of Ethiopia, and having traveled to different places in Europe, he is very aware of the material and military advances they have made and the looming threats they pose to his country. Ras Makunin knows that the majority of Ethiopians have no idea what is coming, and that he has to work that much harder to secure the realm. Lich Tafari would grow up to become the legendary emperor, Haile Selassie I. To understand his journey, we must first understand the Ethiopia that he was inheriting, and what it was like when he was born in 1892. Get your copy of Kwesi Bansu's book, Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1, The Rise of the Priestly Warrior Kings, and increase your knowledge about the history, politics, and culture of Ethiopia in 1892, and how it connects to the rest of African and world history at the time. Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1 is available for purchase at www.bookmanexpress.pub. Please visit for more information.
How did the I journey from Jamaica to the UK? How did that journey come about?
Oh, that journey there, I trick me for come to England. I trick me for come to England. Them tell me say they give me one job on one ship, Zane, and when we come to England, we find out that boy no job not there upon a ship, a different something I have to take on, You see it. So we just get caught up in the system. You know what I mean? Came here for about 6 months, and after 6 months we find out that we're there over 10 years,
Wow.
with my first child in 2000, and from there, and we're here. But yeah, them treat me for come here, but it was a great experience, because I didn't graduate from school in Jamaica, Zane.
Okay.
So when I came here, it was also an opportunity now to revisit school. Zine,
Okay.
I went back to the basic, you know what I mean, to get myself on the level where I think I needed to be to go into the profession that I wanted to take on, which is a plumbing and gas engineer. See,
Okay.
so I had to went back to school, went to college for 2 years and get my certificate in plumbing engineering, and that's what I do now. I'm a plumbing engineer, um, commercial plumber in the UK, and
And
all that knowledge, it was worth it. So as I said, coming to the UK, um, it was a good move, in the end, because I've got some beautiful children, and
yes.
they're all born here in the UK. So
How many
it was
children?
5.
Give thanks. Give
Yeah,
thanks.
man. Yeah, 3
So
girls and 2 boys.
give thanks. Give thanks. And the I know that plumbing will never go out of style, no matter how much AI and these things. So the guy choose a very wise trade. You know what I mean? In terms of house will always have to be built. Plumbing will
Yes,
always have to be a part of that. You know what I mean?
yes,
Infrastructure, physical infrastructure. Um,
yes,
and we're gonna talk about the building of Zion because this is a brethren which charted the continent and has been at the leading edge of actually bringing what's happening on the continent. And I see a lot of my brethren and sisters in Ghana on the I platform, and it's such a joy to see the
sure. Give
overlap.
thanks.
So we'll talk about that. Because I left out, you're a plumbing engineer, but you're also the owner and the CEO and the founder of probably the largest Rastafari media or content creation platform
Serious?
on the
Oh, yeah, I
planet.
said to me.
I haven't found one that's bigger than the eye. You know what I mean? It's possible it
Wow.
exists, but I don't see it. And maybe somebody in the comments can drop. And I'm talking about straight Rastafari. I'm not talking about Rastafari mentioned from time to time on the platform or the brethren is a Rast because you do have let me big up Chin, my brethren Chin, Irish and Chin. His platform is massive, but his platform is not really a Rastafari platform like that.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's reggae, dancehall, Caribbean news, even though he's a Rastafari brethren that own the platform. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about a platform that cater to a Rastafari audience. I don't see any platform bigger than the I. What was the I journey? From coming from Jamaica to the UK as a plumbing engineer, building. What made the I say, you know what? I'm going to start address Iman community concerns and start put out some content out there. What was that impetus?
Wow, that's been a journey for real. Yeah, give thanks for the question, my lad. Yeah, that's been a journey because we love music. Singers and players of instrument. My springs are in D. We love music from an early age. As I said, Augustone is one of those places where a lot of talent come out of Augustone where music is concerned, and Jamaica as a whole, not just Augustone, but the
Yes.
entire Jamaica. I think every youth that grew up in Jamaica is a musician or an artist. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. I think all of us who born and grew up on that island, there's something special about us, where the music and artistry is concerned, because you have ones from the island of Jamaica going into America creating hip hop. Hip hop is one of the biggest music in the world right now. Reggae music is also one of the biggest music, dancehall music. So, you know, Jamaica, the influence is massive. You know, I don't think there is any culture that can compare to the culture of Jamaica. So the journey started where, you know, we did love music. As me I said, we was a youth where we love hip hop. We were some, you know, young youth where I write some, you know, some little songs. And you know, a friend of mine, his dad, here we, you know, and I say, yo, gonna sound good, you know. You know, me I go go in a sound system, and you know, him build the sound system, and him just give it the sound system and say, yo, do the thing. You see? And I some young youth, and when I have the talent, so I just do the thing. So it happened that, you know, we did there do a thing, but during that time, me leave come to England and things. So, you know, the whole process, all of that kind of breakdown and thing. And, you know, over a passage of time, um, being here in England now, you know, we are listen Muta Baruka from we young, you know what I mean? We watch entertainment reports, you know, when we're there in Jamaica, you know, we um Winford Williams and all these, you know, all these great, you know, virgins. Yeah, so you know, all those major, you know, people within, the culture, you know, other a role to play in, you know, my journey to this point today. So, you know, coming to England, you know, I met a friend who we work together and thing within the construction field. You know, a virgin from Jamaica decided that he wanted to create an online radio station. You know what I mean? And he asked me if I want to be a part of it. And you know, at the time I had a iPad where it have a whole heap of music on the iPad. When I say music, you know, me have all a Sizzler album on the iPad, burning, you know, me full of when me say me full of music, me full of music. See? And you know, me there and you know, me start to, you know, play upon a Monday and thing. And a Bobo virgin from out of Virginia by the name of Corey Harris. He's
Yes,
a
I know
jazz.
Corey. I know Corey. Yeah, man, that's
See?
Corey. Yeah,
So
man.
Corey was on a European. He was on a European tour at the time. See, I think 2014, and he had couple shows in the UK and thing, and you know, decides a boy, I'm gonna link up Corey and thing. See, and wanted to interview Corey. So by by that, nothing never start, you know what I mean, in terms of the mindset and thing. But you know, Corey was coming, and you know, me start to think to myself, boy, you know, what me I go really name the program, yeah? You know what I mean? And you know, my virgin them are Rastafari still, you know, so with them amongst my Rastafari virgin them, and you know, me a reason with one of the elder, and I show him the thing, and him said to me, say, name the program Mindset. I say, Mindset. Him say, yeah man, that's name the program Mindset. You know? And from there, and from, you know, him tell me name the program Mindset. You know, me go home and me think about it and thing, and you know, from there, so me just say, all right, me gonna name the program Mindset. And you know, Corey Harris was the first person I interviewed. Zane never know nothing about no interview, nothing. Zane, and thus I got explore, you know, a new frontier. And you know, Corey being a professional musician and artist, him know say this was my first interview, so him kind of make it easy for me in dealing with the first ever interview. So that's how it started, and we started doing a Monday show, titled the Flaming Monday, and a
Mm-hmm.
Monday where we had play reggae music, but cultural reggae music, and we had a segment in the show where we titled it the Spotlight Hour, and that hour would just target up and coming artists within the reggae, whether wherever you are. Once you have a good reggae song, that hour, the Spotlight Hour, would feature your reggae song. And we did it for a couple of years. The mindset was on a Wednesday, was always on a Wednesday from 7 till 10 UK time. And we just decided that this program going to be a program that Rastafari is the core of the program. You know what I mean? And that is why when you listen, all the programs coming up till now, you will hear the program start with Naya Bingi, whether it's from 10 Miles Bull Bay, where the priests, they're clapping and singing and chanting, or whether it's a Naya Bingi chant, thus starting off the program, then would go into one of Marcus Garvey's speeches, you know, and then into Prince Emmanuel, the Black Christ, and that was the core of the program from the beginning, coming up until now. And my focus was mainly Rastafari artists, interviewing them, getting um the perspective on Rastafari and the music, and the wider community, trying to let their fans, who are probably new, get a better insight, of who they are as an individual and an artist. So that was the program, coming up, for years. Um, Left Black Rock Radio because Black Rock Radio is where it all started from,
Okay. What
and
year are we talking about?
we're talking about 2014.
Okay,
And
so some good time. 10 years
y-
ago.
yeah, so from there we went on to Amlac Live Radio, um, and from Amlac Live Radio, I started to now travel into Jamaica. I was invited on the biggest ganja festival in Jamaica and the Caribbean, which is Stepping Eye Ganja Festival at the time. And I was invited there for about, I think it was about 3 to 4 years. I hosted and play music, and get to meet a lot of different artists and different people from different walks of life. That is where I even meet Dr. Knife. Did an interview with him there, and so from there I started traveling and interviewing artists and different people from different communities and different backgrounds, you know until where we are now. So yeah, that's
Wow.
how the journey started with the mindset.
What was that big moment? I still haven't had a viral moment. What was your first big moment where you drop a piece of content and you see said this thing take off?
Okay. Viral moment. I don't know if I can call it a viral moment, but Vaughn Benjamin. Vaughn Benjamin sadly passed away a few years
Yes.
ago. Seeing from the Midnite band
Yeah,
from out
man.
of Antigua, also VI and
Yes.
them places.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Seeing lately known as Aki Becker.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, when Vaughn passed away, um I wanted to reason with Vaughn because I was just I think probably about 2 to 3 years prior Vaughn passing away. I was just getting into his music and his works. I think one of the first works I came across was a rhythm titled Warrior Rhythm, if I'm remembering properly. Zine. So from then, I started to take an interest into Vaughn work and what he was doing. So I wanted to speak to Vaughn, because he was someone who was extraordinary. He was extraordinary. He was a prolific um, reggae artist, if I can call him that. See, I never hear no artist like him before. I've heard Bob Marley, I've heard Sizzla Kalonji, and I think Bob Marley and Sizzla Kalonji is one of the two biggest artists within reggae music. But Vaughn was something totally different from them two brethren there, in how we deliver, and so on. But cut a long story short, Zane, Vaughn passed away. When Vaughn passed away, it was in the COVID time, I think. Zane, and I think I was one of the first person to did a vlog or a content and when he passed away.
Okay.
And those videos, those video really draw a lot of Vaughn's fans and friends and family to the platform, because as I said, I wanted to speak to Vaughn, and he went abruptly like that, and I thought that I needed to start to put out some things
Yes.
and Vaughn. And people started to link me from, all over, people who know him personally, who sit with him, who drink with him, who smoke with him, started to link me and, wanted to come on the program and so on. So Vaughn passing away, I think, is what
Wow.
propel the platform to where it is today, in
That's
all honesty.
powerful. And he was a powerful angel. I had an opportunity to reason with him at Ralak, chant bingy with him. And we had said we were going to link up for the works, and it was like a long lost brother. And then these things happen. So it's not unusual to know that he gave that blessing to the platform, because it really was the real deal in terms of, walking where you're talking. He had that presence and that aura
True.
about him. And how I judge a man is how him behaving at the bingy sometime, and because you have some artists where them come a bingy and 5 minutes and them gone, but seated up in the bingy and hold the phone there, I say, yeah, this I'm pull here, I'm gonna live it, because you can't stay in a bingy and hold no phone there if you not live this. Now tell the eye, you're not gonna be able to do it,
True.
To hold the foot. Me now talk about kete where or bass even where phone there. That whole discipline, the phone there is something where when you see a man kind of hold a phone and he was there till daylight, just a whole humble. If you never know, said this was Vaughn Benjamin from Midnite, you'd have just think he's a, you know, dingy man, just studying and just orders. And say, yeah, this brethren really is living it, you know. So, but his lyrics, you know what I mean, as the I say, would also indicate that, because he brought concepts to reggae music that never before uttered, you know what I mean, in the reggae space. And VI reggae, I just went to VI for the first time, is a whole different energy than Jamaica roots reggae, you know, as well. So big up all of the VI family, you know what I mean, that are there. So what I want to know, reason is a topic now, which is Rastafari independent, non-aligned media. That's the term I'm running with right now in terms of what is emerging. And I look at the eye as a forerunner in terms of this space. As a pioneer, the eye, Honorable Priest Isaac, you know, to I are the two kind of forerunners with the largest platforms that I've seen. And he has a similar background in radio. How important is that radio side to the eye? And do you find that the radio audience filters onto the YouTube, or is it two separate kind of audience?
That's a great question.
This is culture sound, a Rastaman sound, positive sound.
Culture sound system with DJ Culture Fire teaching.
And now you're in tune to the culture sound, Rasta sound.
Culture sound because of DJ Culture Fire teaching.
I help coming from the true living eyes, Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First, who created Zion and earth. He shall not suffer and I foot to be moved. I hold, he that keepeth Ethiopia shall neither slumber nor sleep. Well, youths in the streets right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. One bad police right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. No justice, no peace right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The fire now cease right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The youths them rise against brutality, man a kill another man for your salary. Them train them at the shooting gallery, black and loot, you might lose all your family. Them defend white supremacy, so them see the African as them enemy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say culture sound
like this for centuries, them sick mentally. That's why we have you out in the streets right now. Riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. One bad police right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. No justice, no peace right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The fire now cease right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. Them say them tired of the looting, I and I tired of them shooting. Ku Klux Klan they recruiting, then them dress up in a blue suit and they're brutalizing and use them. No court, they just execute them till the people start learn the truth. And the black youth go strap on them Gideon boot and them out in the streets right now. Riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. One bad police right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. No justice, no peace right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The fire now cease right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down.
Now
Well,
this
the
is
leaders
the
of the world
original
are feeling their
band
responsibility to
sound.
lead the youth them to a brighter future. Well, I hear the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, Earth's rightful ruler. Not just the free Rastafari crowd, unconquerable. We come to tell them about Babylon, they're falling down.
Alright, in a culture sound, you owe me a million, but give
We
it
come
down.
to tell them about the free Rastafari crowd, unconquerable. We come to tell them about Babylon, they're falling down. Tafari, Uncle Yo. We come to tell them about Holy Palace intrigue, fighting between Solomon seed. Well, Empress tied to want her family to lead. Well, King Michael was
J, you know, representing for culture
King
sound.
Michael, now watch the orphan married to him niece, who get up every day and I study and I read. He work and he pray every day. He achieve. Them say you're the leader, every nation leader.